Have you ever wondered where animal life began its complex and fascinating journey? Life's origins remain shrouded in mystery, a puzzle that scientists have been trying to solve for centuries. Theories abound, but two of the most prevalent are abiogenesis and panspermia. Abiogenesis suggests that life spontaneously emerged from non-living matter. Picture a world over 4 billion years ago, an era when the Earth was nothing more than a hostile environment, riddled with volcanic activity and bombarded with cosmic radiation. Yet, it was in this harsh, inhospitable setting that the first inklings of life may have sparked into existence. On the other hand, the theory of panspermia proposes that life did not originate on Earth, but was transported here from elsewhere in the cosmos. Imagine, if you will, microscopic life forms hitching a ride on a comet, surviving a journey across the vast expanse of space, only to crash land on our young planet, bringing with them the seeds of life. Regardless of whether life started here or came from afar, we know that the first forms of life on Earth were simple, single-celled organisms. For billions of years, these microscopic entities were the sole inhabitants of our planet, quietly evolving and diversifying in the ocean's depths. Over time, they developed the ability to harness the sun's energy, paving the way for photosynthesis, an innovation that would forever change the course of life on Earth. Life, it seems, has always been a master of adaptation, finding a way to thrive even in the most challenging circumstances. From enduring the brutal conditions of early Earth to surviving the potentially deadly journey through space, the first forms of life demonstrated an incredible resilience that continues to inspire awe. The journey from these humble beginnings to the vast array of complex organisms we see today is a testament to life's remarkable capacity for change and innovation. From the solitary existence of single-celled organisms, life took a massive leap towards complexity. What triggered life to transition from simplicity to complexity? This is a question that has intrigued scientists for centuries. The answer lies in a process called endosymbiosis, a fascinating theory that suggests how single-celled organisms evolved into complex, multicellular life forms. Imagine, if you will, a world dominated by simple, single-celled organisms. These organisms are content in their simplicity, floating about in the primordial soup of life. But as time passes, something extraordinary starts to happen. Some of these organisms begin to band together, forming colonies for mutual benefit. This is where endosymbiosis enters the story. The theory proposes that these colonies evolved into multicellular organisms over time, as certain cells began to specialize and perform specific functions for the collective. Imagine one cell deciding to focus on gathering nutrients, while another takes on the task of defense. In this way, the single cells within the colony became interdependent, creating a complex organism from simplicity. Now let's fast forward a bit to the Ediacaran period, around 600 million years ago. This period marked a major turning point in the history of life on Earth. For the first time, the fossil record shows evidence of large, complex organisms. These weren't just colonies of cells anymore, but truly multicellular entities. These organisms, though strange and alien to our modern eyes, were the forerunners of all animal life. The rise of multicellular life wasn't just a matter of cells deciding to stick together, though. It was a slow, gradual process, marked by countless trials and errors, successes and failures. But over time, these early experiments in multicellularity laid the foundation for the diverse array of life forms we see today. So what started as a simple question about the transition from simplicity to complexity reveals a tale of cooperation, evolution, and the relentless march of life. It's a reminder of our humble beginnings in the grand tapestry of life's history. As multicellular life took hold, the stage was set for the Cambrian explosion, a period of rapid evolutionary development. Imagine a world suddenly teeming with an array of complex animal life. Now, let's journey back in time, about 541 million years ago, to a pivotal period known as the Cambrian explosion. During this era, life on Earth experienced an evolutionary leap, a rapid diversification that led to the emergence of most of the major groups of animals we know today. This period marked a profound change in life on Earth, an evolutionary Big Bang, if you will. Before the Cambrian explosion, life was, to put it mildly, rather simple. Most organisms were soft-bodied, like jellies and worms, and life was relatively slow-paced. But then, something extraordinary happened. In a geological blink of an eye, the Earth's oceans filled with a dazzling array of complex creatures. Life forms with hard shells and skeletons emerged, along with the first predators. The ocean depths became a stage for a drama of survival, as creatures evolved various strategies for hunting and defense. Scientists have long pondered the causes of this sudden burst of evolutionary creativity. Some suggest that it was triggered by a rise in oxygen levels, while others point to the development of new genes and body plans. Regardless of the causes, the Cambrian explosion was a turning point in the history of life. It was during this period that the blueprints for modern biology were drafted. The basic body plans that would shape future generations of animals, including us humans, were established during this time. The Cambrian explosion was not just an explosion of life forms, but also an explosion of ecological complexity. The interactions between different species, the food chains, the ecosystems, all these started to resemble the intricate web of life we see today. Looking back, it's awe-inspiring to think about how this burst of evolutionary innovation has shaped the world we inhabit today. The repercussions of the Cambrian explosion are still being felt as life continues to evolve and adapt in response to ever-changing environments. The Cambrian explosion gave birth to a world teeming with life, setting the stage for the next phase of evolution. And as we delve deeper into the past, we gain a greater appreciation for the intricate tapestry of life that has been woven over hundreds of millions of years. What drove life to venture out of the safety of the sea and onto the harsh, unforgiving land? This is a question that has puzzled scientists and nature enthusiasts alike for centuries. Let's delve into this mystery by journeying back in time to the moment life decided to take that daring leap. Now imagine the early Earth, its barren landscapes devoid of life, its air thick with carbon dioxide. The sea, however, teemed with life, a cradle of evolution where organisms had spent hundreds of millions of years perfecting their survival strategies. But the sea was also a place of fierce competition and danger, and so life began to eye the land, the untapped frontier. The first pioneers of this new world were not animals, but plants. These brave green explorers had to develop a whole suite of adaptations to survive. They evolved roots to anchor themselves in the soil and to absorb water and nutrients. They developed a tough outer layer to prevent water loss, and they invented a new kind of reproduction, using spores that could travel through the air, colonizing new areas far from their parents. But the journey from sea to land was not just a botanical affair. Animals, too, began to explore this new territory. Arthropods were among the first, their hard exoskeletons providing some protection against the drying effects of air. Later came the tetrapods, our own ancestors, who evolved sturdy limbs to navigate the uneven terrain. In this hostile environment, life had to evolve or perish, and evolve it did, leading to an explosion of diversity and complexity. From the first mosses and ferns to the majestic dinosaurs and beyond, every creature we see today owes its existence to those early pioneers who dared to venture from sea to land. So what drove life to leave the safety of the sea? Perhaps it was the lure of new opportunities, or maybe it was the pressure of competition and predation. Regardless, one thing is clear. The move from sea to land was one of the most significant events in the history of life on Earth. Life had conquered land, a pivotal step in the journey of animal life. From the depths of the oceans to the heights of the skies, life has adapted and evolved in remarkable ways. This journey, spanning billions of years, has been anything but gentle. The origins of animal life are steeped in brutality, a testament to the relentless, unforgiving nature of evolution. Our tale begins in a world vastly different from today, a time when life was but a flicker in the vast expanse of the universe. The first life forms were simple, single-celled organisms surviving in an environment that would be utterly hostile to most creatures today. Yet, they endured. each generation adapting to the challenges of their surroundings, slowly paving the way for more complex forms of life. As time rolled on, the planet transformed, and so did its inhabitants. The rise of multicellular life marked a significant turning point. These organisms were better equipped to survive in varying conditions, their bodies capable of performing a myriad of functions that their single-celled ancestors could only dream of. The Cambrian explosion, a period of rapid evolutionary development, introduced a plethora of diverse species. The seas teemed with life, each creature fighting tooth and nail for survival in an increasingly competitive world. It was a time of survival of the fittest, where only the most adaptable could endure. The journey from sea to land was no less brutal. Early terrestrial life faced new challenges, from harsh weather conditions to a scarcity of water. These obstacles, however, only fueled the fire of evolution, driving the diversification and adaptation of life forms. Through all these trials and tribulations, life found a way. Each creature, from the tiniest microbe to the largest dinosaur, played a part in this grand narrative of survival and evolution. The brutality of life's origins only highlights the astonishing resilience and adaptability of life forms. In the vast tapestry of life, each thread represents a story of survival, adaptation, and evolution. The journey of animal life is indeed a testament to the indomitable spirit of life itself.